plan here is to replace myself with a couple of people, because no one else is going to work 18 hours a day. And that is to find someone, first of all, to manage the center. So I've got 16 or 17 employees that report to me. I mean, there's a head housekeeper, and there's a head of the guys, the maintenance guys. But I'd like them to be reporting to somebody else that can run the center. And then there'll be somebody else who supervises fasts. That will likely be a doctor. There are various reasons for that. It's not because I believe doctors are the only ones capable. It is useful to have someone that really understands physiology. But there is a training available to practitioners, licensed practitioners only, which can get them a fasting certification, fasting supervision certification. I can't take the program because I'm not a licensed practitioner. Because I couldn't take the program because of that, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, I hired a licensed practitioner who was certified to teach people to lead the program. I hired him to come work for me for a year. So they go through a 6-month internship. I worked side by side with him for a year, and then he left and I hired another one who'd gone through the same program and who could teach, and he worked with me for a year. So I had a 2-year internship where most people have 6 months. But if we can find a licensed practitioner, we can send them to the training, and then I can teach them how what we do is better than what they teach. But I want them to have that foundation. And if we can get them through that program, that organization has to list us on their list of places that have certified supervisors. Right now, we're not only are we not on there, but they talk shit about us because we do something different than they do. So my plan is to get to a place where Tanglewood can operate without me. First of all, I mean, eventually we could have a couple of practitioners here, and we could, again, go back to being open all year long. Right now, we're only open 30 weeks a year, and we stay full. But I don't want to be open more than that. But if we have other people running it, we could be open. Maybe we'll be open 48 weeks a year and have 4 weeks for close for maintenance, etc. Once we have that really humming along, the plan is to replicate the model.
Okay.
So that eventually there could be somewhere maybe in southeastern Europe where it's relatively inexpensive. Maybe we set up another location. Maybe somewhere in South Asia we set up a location. So, I mean, right now we literally get people from everywhere. We've had people here from 115 or so countries. But there are a lot of people in those countries, it's like, it's a long way, it's expensive just to get here from those places. If we can, if the awareness continues to increase, maybe we get to the point where we can stay full from North America. And then there could be a center somewhere in South America. And maybe we can fill a location with each place. And not only can I reach more people in terms of, and that's a whole separate side I'll come to, not only can I reach more people doing other things, but we can actually guide more people through the process the way we do it in this type of environment. And instead of being able to serve whatever it is, let's say 200 or 300 people a year, maybe we'll be able to serve eventually 1,000 or more people a year. Okay? But the other piece is, I don't know that it needed to be 23 years, but I needed to have enough experience, I think, for even now, a lot of people don't take my opinion seriously because I'm not a licensed practitioner, right? I have no credentials, no official credentials. But for a lot of people, my experience is enough. Now that I have this experience, I think I can spread the word about fasting in a much bigger way if I'm not spending so much time running the center. And so I started writing a book a long time ago. And I've stopped and started. I started again a year ago, and I've got a book that's 95% finished. I don't have any time to work on it. Okay, I want to get that book done and get it out. there'll be several other books to follow. But I need time. I need time to work on that, and I don't have that now. I could be, I've traveled to speak, and I love speaking. I love traveling, and I love speaking in public. But if I could get multiple books done, I mean, that opens the door. If I had time, there are people right now. There's a company in Vancouver that wants to promote speaking events for me. That's what they do. But I don't have time available to do it. I need to have a more open calendar. So, imagine if I was on stages in front of hundreds of people. Often now it's 20 or 30 people, or 50 people. Imagine if it was hundreds of people or more, and I was able to do that 30 times a year. I could reach a lot more people with this message, get a lot more people to understand the power of this. And if there were more demand, eventually there'd be more supply.
Chase down the brand new adventure.